Late Saturday, 86 for the house, 50% chance for rains, that's how happens on Kennedy Street, go up, and you have a rain, you continue to pop up to gain confidence in the time of the rain. 30% chance of shower, so still here, it's actually plowed through, 80s up the tree. 83 for the house, no, they're not still, no. And you.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this the Alderman meeting?
Yes, it
It
is.
is.
Okay. Well, I'm in the right place.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone.
Hi, Mary. How do I change my name? I have my email address up there instead of my name.
I have no idea, Cindy. We all know who it is.
I guess I could leave it and start all over.
Cindy, I can change it.
Oh, good. I need lots of help.
Who do you want to be tonight?
The Sunday.
I'll just be me, Cindy Davies. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Debbie, I thought you were on vacation.
Yeah,
I'm not though.
Well, of course
No,
not. You're not
working.
retired.
I'm on vacation. Glenn's working.
We're in Nebraska
Get used to that.
or Iowa.
In Iowa. Let's see. How was the boat? Did you have some champagne on the boat?
We did. Thank
Was
you
it any
very
good?
much.
Good.
Yeah. It was. We had a lot of fun.
Good.
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Hello,
Good evening.
Gail.
So glad did you guys tie up to the houseboat?
We did. Drafted up to them.
Mhm.
And then we're going to the blessing of the fleet with them.
Oh, cool.
It's a totally different view from the top deck of their boat
Yeah.
where we are. Did that last year too. It was a lot of fun. We don't actually do the parade. We sit on the outskirts and the parade goes between
Oh,
us
yeah.
and the statue where they're judging.
Yeah, I'm not sure what my brother-in-law is going to do, but we'll be on his houseboat. I don't know if we're
Oh,
gonna be in it.
cool.
And you guys are gonna go up to the shrine?
Yeah.
Oh, look us up.
Yeah.
Are you decorating the boat and
No,
going through?
no,
No.
no, we're not decorating.
Okay.
But it was good seeing you guys on Saturday.
Yeah, it was a great day.
Yeah.
How's everybody like my view?
I think it's nice.
Awesome, Elijah.
Nice. Very pretty.
It ain't no houseboat, but
All yours.
Hey,
You've got a waterfront water view.
yep. One of a kind.
where you going?
Elijah,
Hey,
everything worked out okay with your nephew last night, okay?
all right. Thank you.
Welcome. Seems like a nice young man.
Still lots of work to do.
No? Sounds like he's working hard and trying.
He does.
Hey, Terry. Hi, Terry.
We missing.
His audio isn't working. Nope,
Nope.
not working.
What are we missing?
Robin.
Does anybody know what they're doing at the top of Upper Burnsville Road with the clearing there?
Boring the water pipe underneath the Highway 30.
You're kidding. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where's it gonna go to? The subdivision over there?
No, from the Trailer Park Meadowview. Right there at by City Hall.
No, I'm talking about the one at Upper Burns Mill.
Yeah, they're going underneath the highway towards City Hall to the Bush Ranch Trail Park over there.
Oh, okay, okay. And that's the closest access. Wow.
Didn't they just put in a new well pump right behind City Hall?
They did. Bob Schmidt knows a little bit more about it. I'm not sure why they're boring under.
I'll have it all right here.
Because well, I just had a meeting with Kevin today. They're hooking
Kevin
on
Fritz?
they're hooking on to Lake Montawees because Lake Montawees, the line that's fed Lake Montawees only has one line if something happens. So they're going from Bush Ranch to Lake Montawees, so they have a secondary backup.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, welcome everybody to the City of Burns Mill Board of Alderpersons regular meeting for August 17th, 2022. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as a normal process, we'll start this meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. So everyone, please follow after me. I pledge
pledge
allegiance
Allegiance
to the
to the flag and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God,
one nation under God, indivisible,
liberty and
with
justice.
liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, now moving on to roll call here. Glenn LaVenture. Glenn?
Here.
Galen Harrison,
Here.
Cindy Davies,
Here.
Bob Prado.
Here.
I thought I heard Mary. Mary
I'm
Shep-
here,
Where are you?
right here in the corner next to your face.
Oh, there you are. Aha. And I don't see Robin Harris available. And did I call Bob Prado?
You did, and I'm here.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Very good. Then moving on to amending and approving the agenda. Is there anything that we need to amend on the agenda, or can we approve it as submitted?
Rob, there is one change that you need to make, and I'm having an issue pulling mine up. It's to the resolutions, and the resolutions read that the city administrator enter into these various contracts, and it should be the mayor.
Okay, we got mayor here, we got
Okay.
mayor here, we got
Okay.
mayor there.
We fixed it. I'm sorry. I take it back. It's perfect.
Okay, very good.
So I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
I second.
Mary,
Aye.
Glenn, Galen,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye.
All right, then item 3, amending and approving the minutes from the August 3rd, 2022 BOA meeting.
I didn't see anything that needed to be changed. If anybody else did, please.
Looks good to me.
I'll
Yep.
call for a motion to approve the minutes then.
I'll
All right.
second.
Bob,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Glenn,
Yes.
and Mary.
Aye.
All right, then moving to item 4, city warrants. We've got a warrant list from August 17th, 2022. Let me scroll down to that so we can see what we're looking at. So we've got a total of $7,909.87.
Nice. I'll call for a motion to approve city warrants.
Second.
Bob,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Glenn,
Yes.
and Mary.
Aye.
All right. Item 5, recognitions and proclamations. I don't believe we have any. So Moving on to item 6, old business. Item A, we got Jeff County Sewer. So is Doug on the line here? Doug Bornstedt? I don't see Doug. Interesting. He was,
So I spoke with Doug yesterday and he had indicated he would be here.
okay.
There's also, does anybody have any, apparently someone said that there's some sort of limitation on what the park can be used for, and that this sewer is causing in violation of some agreement. Do you know anything about that?
No, don't know about that.
Okay, I don't either. And if Doug isn't here, I don't know that we can ask him. So,
Yeah.
but he had noticed, and I talked to him yesterday. What he told me was that this particular project is being funded by federal money, and that when they were going to go a certain direction, and when they did this surveying that was paid for by the federal government, that they discovered Indian burial grounds. And the federal government won't allow federal funds to be used to put in infrastructure that disturbs Indian burial grounds. So that's why they remapped this project.
But the remapping of the project they did doesn't really, there's quite a few questions that with what they're doing. They're first of all, talk about the Indian burial ground. That's why Elijah's here with us. He's representing Big River Hills. That's private property. There's no easements through there.
Yeah.
They don't have any right to go through there and even bore, much less consider digging up anywhere in there without
Who
proper.
owns that?
We do. The subdivision does.
Okay, so it's like common ground.
Yes. And
And
it's
they,
all the center of our common ground is Indian burials.
Yeah, right about here somewhere.
That whole center, it's shaped like an arrowhead for a
Yeah.
reason.
I've been out there before. Okay, so
That's
So-
why none of the houses have basements.
right, that makes sense. So I mean, I don't, here's kind of where like the city is on this. Like, I don't know that the city can seek an injunction on behalf of property that's privately owned.
No,
I
no, we
don't-
can't. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that we can, Allison, but there's a lot of questions that have come up about what they're doing and the way they're doing it. And from the city perspective too, it's like running this sewer main right here doesn't do any good for any of these houses here or any of these houses here. They've got to each one install a lift pump and then dig from their back of their house with their existing sewer exits up to here. So you're talking $30,000 to $40,000 a household to have to do something like that. And no offense to these residents here, other than this one here, he can afford it, but the rest of them, the rest of them, you know, that's a huge hardship to put on them. And so now, since the sewer is passing those houses so closely, are they going to be required by law to attach?
Yeah, so this is Jefferson County Sewer District, and I don't represent them, but I can tell you for the districts I do represent that when we run the main, you're required to tap on, and the homeowner is required to bore that expense.
Yeah, and that's just that's not acceptable to, you know, these people, you can't do this. Granted, they do have, you know, septics that are in different stages of decay and disrepair, but we've got to do something. So one of the things I had on the list for Doug an action item to understand what type of grant programs are available that the sewer district can help these people, you know, gain assistance with. You know, that's a fairly sizable chunk of money. Then you've got the monthly sewer fee you're gonna be charging too. So that's, you know, affects that.
I got a question. The first 3 houses in the triangle,
Down
it's
here,
very triangle, the sewer runs behind those 3 houses, and the first 2 houses are hooked up. And the original plan was to run the creek behind the houses.
yeah, right
on
up
each
here.
side. Yes, and the sewer goes on each side of the road there in the ditches.
Okay. So, yeah, I think it's, Allison, we wanted to talk about their path that they've identified. You know, coming on, then they're cutting through wooded area here and through my neighbor's field. you know, well off any city-owned easement. You come on up here, you know, they're talking about putting some type of force main thing here, right where my wife's fish pond is, which won't lie too well. Going through Mark Corman's property, in the S turn, they want to do a bridge. Well, what was it, Frank, 2 years ago that we had the fellow that stole the truck down from John Gill's and drove it up here and then drove it off into the ditch accidentally, not on purpose, but that would have, you know, ruptured that for sewer main, and that would have really created a mess. You know, once again, going down through park grounds, and it's going to make it difficult for these people on this side of the road to even connect. They'll have to somehow get there if they want to, so they'll have to bore under the street. Would it make more sense to run right down the middle of the street and not disturb private property where they have an easement? Then, you know, we can. So that was some of the discussion around that, you know, and we're all bearing the brunt of this because of the trailer park and their lagoon down there that's set up. Maybe they should consider putting a mini treatment station here and just dump it right in the river where it goes now. You know, a lot of things to discuss. So I've got a lot of things bulleted out in a list. I guess what we'll do, we can, Allison, I'll send it back to Ed Sewing, who's the apparently the engineer for this project, as well as Doug, and I'll include you and Bob on that. So we
Yeah,
can all
like
try.
I've got a contact number for him because I talked to him yesterday. He told me he was going to be here. So, you know, if you
And
want
I spoke to him too last week, and you know, he said he'd joined, but this is probably more than we can discuss in a board meeting. Really,
Yeah.
it probably needs to be a public meeting to allow a lot of the other residents to come up. And this would be a meeting we'd have at City Hall to where we could properly present this, and we could hear from different residents and their concerns and try to address them. Because
yeah, I agree. I think that that's accurate.
that's the intent on this was just to sort of bring this up and discuss it, but it's their whole plans are for them to, they claim they sent out a letter, this letter here, but nobody that I know of, including myself, received this letter. And it was something new because they've got the dates here, so I'm not sure who they sent it to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have liked to understood their distribution list, what they used and when it was mailed. So, and I've still not got anything in the mail from them. So, Elijah, do you know any of the Big River Hills residents? Did they receive this?
None of us have.
Yeah. So there's some general questions on all this. So anyhow, we won't spend any more time on that now.
I'll make a motion to table that until we can get more information and hold a meeting at City Hall
Yes,
to address that.
okay. Can I get a second?
Second,
Galen,
Aye.
Glenn? Glenn?
Yes.
Okay. Cindy,
aye.
Mary,
Bye.
hey, Bob.
Aye.
All right. Item B, Fall Festival. I know, I believe the vendors have been notified. Deb LeMenture, you mentioned you sent that information out a week or so ago.
I did. I talked to Debbie Carboni, who is the market master.
Okay.
And I've also been in contact with the Historic Society multiple times.
good.
The
Okay.
Historic Society has vendors lined up. And Debbie Carboni is working on the vendors that she has down in the field.
Okay, great.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a kink in this. I feel like we need to table this right now.
Yes, I just wanted to find out if made sure we talked to at least the vendors are aware of it.
No, I don't mean table it. I mean not have a fall festival.
Not have a fall festival because
We're in such transition and because there's not enough time and the staff up there has no information about Debbie Carboni, and we just can't get this together in this amount of time. We only have like 8 weeks, if that much.
My understanding is we're also having National Night Out with the police department, and they're really
Yeah.
close in proximity to each other,
Yes.
like with a couple days. Maybe we could just like combine them into some sort of.
Yeah, that was October 4th is night out, I believe, and that's a Monday, correct, Frank? Or is that a Tuesday? That's a Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah, that's correct.
And our fall festival is the first Saturday, so
First.
Yeah, the first, yeah.
it's just too much. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like I have the energy to put into a fall festival at this point in time.
Okay.
If you guys want to go ahead, please feel free.
And I will tell you, it is a lot of work and we don't have the staff to do it right now.
I know.
Yep.
I was just
Yeah.
up there today and I don't think Debbie Carboni's gotten back with anybody, and nor has she been able to get any vendors. So,
I have talked to Debbie Carboni.
okay.
Yeah, I've talked to her.
Well, Mary, why don't we like I say, table this for now. We can discuss it. We can cancel the next board meeting if we feel that's appropriate. We've still got a little bit of runway here. But,
Well-
I'm tending to side with you. I do feel that I know it's a lot of work to set up. And
Can I make this suggestion? Sorry to interrupt, Rob, but
That's
if
all right.
we're gonna cancel it, we need to cancel it now.
think so.
Right. Yeah.
Because, you know, we've got people lined up for the balloons and we need to give them, and the vendors, we need to give them a chance to sign up for another fall festival. I mean, there's a lot of festivals going on then, and they could go to a different venue.
Okay. Any other thoughts from board members?
I'm in agreement with Mary and Debbie both. I would say let's go ahead. If we're gonna call it now. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I agree.
okay. And we would still have the opportunity to get to see the public and be around at the National Night Out.
Yeah, it's so
Right.
close. There's just
Yeah.
no redundancy there. So,
Okay. So can I get a full motion to cancel the fall festival for this year?
I'll make a motion to cancel the fall festival for this year.
I'll second that motion.
Bob,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Glenn,
Yes.
Mary.
I
All right. Then moving on to item number 7 here. We've got some new business items. First up is item A. We have some federal holidays, specifically Juneteenth and Martin Luther King Jr.
So, all right, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, for some reason we stopped observing, which I believe was because the staff wanted to be off on Christmas Eve, so they switched them. Juneteenth is obviously a new federal holiday. I think that it is not good optics that we don't observe either holiday which is dedicated to Indigenous or minorities. So
Mhm.
I would suggest that we adopt observing these federal holidays as well.
And that would make sense. I know a lot of businesses, are off those times, banks and mail carriers and so forth. So,
The courthouse is closed, the federal courthouse and the local courthouse, so whatever that's worth.
well, it's probably good that we align with that. And I agree, Allison, optically, it probably looks bad if we don't
Just paid.
watch it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll certainly take that into account as we develop the calendar for next for 2023. All right, moving on. Silverstone Trail subdivision requested speed limit enforcement. So Frank or Bob, any updates on that? I'll let you discuss, Frank, if you want.
And I've been emailing back and forth with a couple of the members of the homeowners association, and I'm supposed to meet with one of them either tomorrow or Friday. I drove through down there. I got a lot of problems with the way their signage is posted. It's the wrong size signs for what Bob says is required. And I'm going to meet with him. We'll get a plan together and come back to this. But my plan is to at least get the radar trailer down there for a day or two for them.
Okay, but even to do that, do we have to pass something here or?
No, not for the radar. There's no enforcement of radar
Okay,
trailer.
you're not enforcing, you're just informational only.
It's information, yeah.
Frank, can we look at this in a broader picture? And I mean, I would think that maybe Old Mill would be able to want to have the same standard of law enforcement.
Yeah.
Can we almost blanket this for the city? For all subdivisions?
I think it has to come from each HOA has to request this formally in a written letter to us to make this appropriate. That happened with Echo Lake a couple years ago. So.
Correct. And Lake Monowese as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would be pretty certain that the HOA doesn't even realize that you can't patrol in those subdivisions or.
So then you
We can patrol, it's the writing the minor traffic violations. We can still write things like CNI and DWIs and those types of things.
Okay.
yeah, you need. to
I'll talk
to
with
the
our
HOA.
HOA and I'll get with you and so whatever you provide for Silverstone, let us know and see if we can meet that same criteria.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
And Glenn, there's a formal letter, and I think we obviously have one because we just got it from Silverstone. So it's the same verbiage needs to be, addressed to the city from the Old Mill subdivision.
Okay. We've just had some changes in the subdivision and the HOA. We're a little thin right now, but I'll still bring it forward.
All right. Thank you. Then on C, tax levy and tax rates. What do we got here?
So I think this is that annual vote that you guys have to do to keep the levy at the same amount. We need to schedule a public hearing, which we can do before the next meeting.
Okay, so we'll look for a public hearing. The next board meeting.
It won't be the next because we have to put it in the paper 15 days in advance. There is an option this year since it's an even year. Years ago, I think back in 2010, 2011, the board opted to do a reduction in the tax rate. So the voters voted half-cent tax rate. The board reduced that amount. So in order for us to be able to collect the full half-cent, there is a procedure that has to be done on an even year. And I've looked into that before. I didn't have time to find out what the procedure is, but Allison and I, or Allison and staff can work on that if you all are interested in reversing that tax reduction.
And it wasn't that major of a reduction either. It's not like a huge windfall that we decided to give back. I think it was a smaller fraction we just chose not to collect.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes, you're right, Glenn. Yeah, we were concerned with everybody and the financial burden that everybody was going through at that point in time. But either way, we will have to have a public hearing for this, whether we propose to go back up to the standard rate or we maintain, I believe, our reduced rate of taxation. So with based on what the information Deb's said, we'll have to get a public hearing scheduled. So it'll probably be on the 21st of September.
Correct. Yeah, it has to be passed before October 1st.
Okay, so that still works fine. So
Yeah.
we'll get the information together and be able to provide that. So we'll just have to make a note for a public hearing on the 21st at 6:45, if that's okay with everybody.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I had the clerk make a note, so we'll make sure we get that published and done.
Great, very good. Okay, well, let's move on to legislation unfinished here. We have a resolution here for about salt. It's resolution number 597-22.
So I'll read resolution 597-22. A resolution,
No, you gotta make a motion to read it first.
I thought we stopped doing that.
Oh, okay, you're correct. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then we just have a discussion, then we vote on the resolution.
Okay, you're right, Mary. I forgot we changed our format here.
A resolution of the city of Burnsville, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to enter into and execute an agreement with Compass Minerals America Inc. for the purpose of salt purchase. Okay, I'll open it up for discussion.
I think this was at a good price too, compared to what we could get with the previously working with some of the other cities in Jefferson County. So
Right. So if everybody's in agreement, I'll make a motion to approve this resolution.
I'll second.
Galen,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right. So now moving on to new legislation. First of all, we have item A, resolution number 598-22.
I'll
I'll
read
read.
resolution number 598-22. A resolution of the city of Burnsville, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to enter into and execute an agreement with Colby Smith Hines for the purpose of municipal judicial services. I'm
I'll
in
make-
agreement with that.
We talked about this at the last meeting, giving him a raise.
Oh, I think we did. Yes.
We did.
Is there a percentage that we want to discuss?
I think it's been,
The contract is attached to it's in your board packet.
Yeah. Good.
And also I think it was identified too that Colby has worked for the same rate for the last, what, 8 or 10 years at least.
yeah.
He's been here since 2005 at the same rate.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 598-22.
I'll second.
Galen,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
and Glenn.
Yes.
You're confusing me, Glenn, because you and Debbie are there together.
Sorry.
Wait a minute, there are 2 people
Here,
here.
let me know.
Sorry.
Okay, moving on
too.
to item number B, resolution number 599-22.
I'll make a motion to read, well, no, I'll just read resolution number 599-22. Resolution 599-22, a resolution of the city of Burnsville, Missouri, authoring the mayor to enter into and execute an agreement with Deborah LaVenture for the purpose of municipal consulting.
Everybody good with that?
Yeah, I think
Yep.
we discussed this already.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 599-22.
Second.
Bob,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
and I believe Glenn has to abstain.
Abstain.
All right. Moving on, item C, resolution number 560-22.
I'll read resolution number 560-22. A resolution of the city of Burnsville, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to enter into and execute an agreement with Cooper's Tree Service for the purpose of trimming and tree removal.
Was this the trees on Upper Burnsville Road approaching Old Mill that are hanging over the road?
No, those are done. This is the one in the S turn, that dead S
Oh,
in the S turn.
Yeah, that thing's looks pretty awful. And did this go out for bids or?
Called probably 6 or 7 different tree guys, and 2 of them responded back, and the rest
Okay.
of them did.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 560-22.
Second.
Okay.
Bob,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
Glenn,
Yes.
and Mary.
Aye.
All right, moving on to administrator's report. I know Mary can't be with us tonight. Allison, I know you were sort of checking things in up there. Everything good right now?
Yeah, there's nothing to report and open.
Okay, very good. Okay, then we'll move on to department head reports. Frank?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Julie Davis and I attended training in Jefferson City last week for our accreditation process that we're going through. I've been working with Mary Ann with the code enforcement and trying to get that lined up from our end, kind of switching over since Dave retired. I attended a meeting with Regis, who's our law enforcement technology people for enhancements to our programming. I'm getting bids for equipment for a MIRMA grant that's due by the end of this month, so we can get some more equipment. No pay, I think it's 70 or 75% of it if it's approved. We've received 100 of these gun locks from Project Child Safe. It's a national foundation, and they were no charge to the city, and we'll be passing those out at National Night Out and other city events. I think it's a pretty good deal. I was able to reach out to somebody and found a group that donates these things to cities and police departments for this type of thing.
Frank, will those just work for handguns and pistols, or are they for rifle too?
Certain types of rifles, you only have you got a fairly short cable.
I see.
So
Okay.
if you have like a magazine, you could probably get it up through the bolt and keep the bolt open. It's
Okay.
not going to work on all rifles. It would probably work on most pump and semi-automatic shotguns also.
Okay.
Still trying to find animal control group. Talked to the sheriff today about that. We're having a meeting with the police chiefs and the sheriff in the county in the next few weeks, and he's going to try and get somebody from animal control, Jefferson County Animal Control, to be at that meeting, but I doubt that they will show up. The we have MAD meetings here at the station once a month, and Cody, one of our officers, was the speaker at that event. He was invited by the MAD organization. And next Monday, MIRMA will be here, our insurance company, for virtual firearms training in the courtroom, and I'd like to invite anybody from the board or the mayor if they want to come by and see what this is like. It's pretty interesting how they set that up, and we do this twice a year with the insurance company. I think, Debbie, did you do it last year? I can't remember. I know a couple people did.
I did, and it was excellent. If anyone can attend, it's really, really good thing.
It's pretty eye opening. It's
Officers.
put you through it puts you in the middle of situations, and you have to decide if you're going to use of force, what type of use of force you're going to use, and then you have to justify it. So it's a pretty interesting program that they do for us.
What
So
time is that again?
Say again?
What time is that?
It's a Monday from 2 in the afternoon to 8 in the evening.
Thank you.
So we can just come up at any point in time throughout that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
All right, move on to Bob.
I have Monday, we're gonna start that road closure on Upper Burns Mill at Clearview and Old Mill. So I put signboards up on Monday to help start traffic noticing, and I'll be putting up detour signs probably Friday morning of where they have to go to get back to where they need around the route. The other thing I have is I met with a contractor today to go up Frank's Road. We've had a couple residents have concerns about the road edge and the ditches up there, so they're going to give me a price of what it takes to patch some of the road edges back and bring back the ditches and get them a little bit better shape right now. And then I've just been doing inspections for right now, so I've been pretty busy. So that's all I have right now.
Okay, thank you.
I saw your new dump trailer you got there, Bob. It looks very nice.
Yes, I have to get with you, I guess, Friday, where you want that.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. I'm still not quite sure on timing on that, so I'll be in touch with you.
Okay.
All right. I don't believe we have any commission reports tonight, so we'll jump down to mayor's report. I just wanted to talk about Clean Stream again. Our big Clean Stream activity is coming up on the 27th of August. So we will be starting at Rockford Beach and floating down to Burnsville City Park. Start at 9 a.m. Up in Rockford and work our way downriver. So we have a fairly good group of people already established for that. We're also we're looking at doing another float also this weekend from Burnsville City Park down to Bud Myers property. There's a good takeout area down there that we can utilize. So that's what Bob was referencing as far as getting the trailer located. I just have to see what the water is going to do and make sure it's going to cooperate for us. It did go up a little bit as far as the river levels, but we'll keep an eye on it, and Bob will let you know tomorrow what our final plans are.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So that's all I have from a mayor's report. So moving on to public forum. Amy, was there anything submitted in writing from the public for questions or comments for the board?
No, there was not.
Okay. All right. Very good. Then we'll move on to item 15, closed session. I do believe we need to have a closed session tonight. So if I can get a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to adjourn to closed session for purpose of closed meeting, closed record, closed vote pursuant to RSMO 610.021, 1 legal, 2 real estate, 3 personnel.
Second.
Galen. Galen?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Cindy?
Aye.
Glenn? Glenn?
Yes.
And Mary?
Hi.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining tonight. And we'll certainly let everybody know when we get the public hearing set up for the Jeffco sewer to discuss those issues there, and also for the public hearing for the tax levy. So stay tuned.
Okay.
More to come.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.